Hello and welcome to this introductory presentation about MO1009 Older Person's Health. This module provides you with the opportunity to gain a solid understanding of health service provision for older persons ageing in place, living in rural and remote communities. You'll be guided through the ageing process, common age-related conditions, and assessment and care planning for an older person within the context of interprofessional practice. The intended learning outcome for this module is that you'll be able to combine advanced knowledge of common age-related conditions and assessment and clinical reasoning skills to formulate and communicate care plans designed to optimise care in the rural and/or remote setting in accordance with best practice guidelines and local service strategic intent. This module goes for 6 weeks with 22 hours expected workload. You can see the weekly topics here. In week 1, learn about older Australians and ageing. You'll identify a client for assessment item 1 and gain their consent to partake in the activity. You'll assess and familiarise yourself with your client's relevant clinical information and gain an understanding of the module submission method and make a start on populating the formative assessment template. You'll identify and make contact with at least one health professional different to your own who works with clients experiencing the condition in your local area and ask if they'd be willing to discuss screening, assessments and interventions in the coming weeks. You'll test your knowledge of Australia's older persons population before refreshing your knowledge of the ageing process and exploring the concept of ageing well. In week 2, assessment, this week you'll learn about your client's specific condition. You'll locate assessment and intervention evidence for your client's condition from the perspective of multiple professions. You'll closely review screening and assessment options and make contact with health professionals identified in week 1 to discuss screening and assessments from their professional perspective. Finally, you'll learn about social care and support of older people before preparing for the upcoming assessment with your client. In week 3, assessment continued. This week you'll undertake an assessment with your client before touching base with your module coordinator. You'll then complete and submit your assessment report and summary of reasoning for formative feedback. In week 4, intervention. This week you'll review the interventions relevant to your client using the evidence sourced earlier before making contact with the health professionals identified in week 1 to discuss interventions from their professional perspective. You'll discuss potential interventions with your supervisor and make a start on your care plan and summary of reasoning template for assessment item 1. In week 5, intervention continued. This week you'll complete a care plan for your client before comparing it with evidence-based guidelines. In week 6, services and service delivery. This week you'll explore the concept of ageing in place before identifying services relevant to your context and client and troubleshooting the complexities of delivering evidence-based healthcare. You'll discuss your care plan with your supervisor for the final time before submitting assessment item 1. Each week you will have several learning activities that will take up to 4 hours a week to complete and includes the time you spend on your assessment. A single assessment task is due at the end of the module in week 6. The task is a written care plan that aims to minimise the effects of the condition experienced by your client while facilitating ageing in place. You will also have the opportunity to submit a formative piece of work at the end of week 3. This is an assessment report which will also form part of the final assessment task, so you can refine it before you submit it for grading at the end of the module. We've built in some opportunities for you to interact with the content, the module coordinator and other participants who are taking the module at the same time. There are learning activities which include contributing to online discussions. This provides a chance and an expectation for you to swap professional insights with others who may be from the same or other health professions. This mutual exchange of knowledge is the basis of successful collaborative team practice, so we hope you'll join in. You'll find the module outline in the Start Here folder. It contains your module coordinator's contact information, all the details of the assessment task and marking criteria, information about applying for extensions, any module prerequisites, and the module calendar. Please don't hesitate to get in touch for any questions or concerns, and enjoy the module.